Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Cistern Yard. It is wonderful to see you here. My name is Amanda Castellone, and I am School Marshal for the School of the Arts and instructor in the Department of Music. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, President Shu, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Provost Austin, our faculty, and most importantly, our bachelor's degree candidates, I want to welcome you to this afternoon's ceremony. Before we begin, on behalf of the College of Charleston, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the indigenous people who lived in this area, as well as the enslaved people that helped to construct parts of this beautiful campus. In countless ways, we are all beneficiaries of their lives and labor, and the College of Charleston would not be the institution it is today without their contributions. At this time, I ask for your assistance and cooperation with the following. Please turn off or silence all cell phones and electronic devices and keep them off or silenced for the duration of the ceremony. We have professional photographers on hand to take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. If you choose to leave your seat to take a picture, we ask that you do so quickly and then return to your seat so others can see their graduates as they cross the stage. It is possible that the temperature this afternoon may reach a point where you want to move to one of the indoor air-conditioned satellite locations. The Stern Center and Rita Liddy Hollings Science Center are just outside the gates of the Cistern Yard. If you need to move indoors and need assistance, our ushers and public safety officers will help you. You will be able to watch the ceremony on the big screen in one of the satellite locations. The restrooms are also located in that area. To help ensure the safety of our graduates and guests during today's ceremony, the college is strictly enforcing our no alcohol policy. We appreciate your understanding and support of this. Finally, please remain seated during the student and faculty processional, and once again during the recessional at the end of the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation, and thank you for joining us on this special occasion.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. Well, let's try it again, shall we? Good afternoon. All right. I'm Andrew Hsu, president of the College of Charleston. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to College of Charleston's spring commencement for the class of 2024. I want to personally thank you for joining us on this very special day. To our graduates, congratulations. You should all be extremely proud of yourselves. To the families, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, this is also your day. Together, you have supported these graduates in a million different ways. Graduates, I would like for you to please stand and thank your families, friends, and loved ones, and all of those who helped you along the way. Give them a big round of applause. If you will, please remain standing. Well, everyone else, please also stand as Meliana Cabalis, Jonathan Gregg, Chloe Henderson, Katie Matsui, Molly O'Connor, and Logan Smith, all music majors, sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, that was most beautiful. Thank you. Please be seated. We now would like to take a moment to recognize any veterans here in both our graduating class and in the audience today. Please stand, be recognized. We thank you for your service to this country and for protecting our freedoms. We honor you with gratitude on this very special day. Thank you. I would like now to take a moment to recognize those members of the Board of Trustees that are with us today. Please stand as I read your name. Chair Renee Romberger, Vice Chair Steve Swanson, Trustees Lauren Birch, Beth Burke, Hank Futch, Trustees Emerita Demetria Clemens. Thank you for your service to your alma mater. Thank you. Well, graduates, you made it. You have persevered through a lot to be here today. For many of our undergraduate students, The pandemic rendered your last years in high school and your first years in college very different from those students who came before you and those who will come after you. Many of you may not have had a prom, a traditional high school graduation ceremony, or so many other rites, passages experienced by people your age. While that is disappointing and feels unfair, I hope you have gained an understanding and an appreciation that the world is unpredictable and that we must adapt to circumstances beyond our own control. Each person on this stage has overcome something to be here today, and I am immensely proud of you for not giving up, for not giving in, and for giving it your all to reach your academic goals. At the College of Charleston, our liberal arts curriculum shapes all of our majors and academic disciplines, providing our students a wide range of knowledge that will make them adaptable, flexible, and creative. But most important, their exposure to different ideas, philosophies, and perspectives will make them lifelong students, someone always willing to grow and evolve. That is what the world needs now more than ever. The first part of our institution's motto, Sapientia ipsa libertas, or wisdom itself is liberty, captures perfectly the spirit of our education here at the College of Charleston. Wisdom is not knowing just facts and figures. It's the ability to apply that knowledge in positive ways, ways that solve problems and move things forward. It's knowing, it's knowledge in action. Wisdom, you will find, is something that takes time to acquire. And graduates, you are now well on your way on that lifelong journey in search of wisdom. By earning your degree, you show that you can do hard things. You can tackle assignments and accomplish great tasks. Whether you believe it or not, you possess great stores of resiliency. I encourage you to draw on that inner strength and the memories you have made here for the rest of your life to remind yourself that you can indeed push through hard things. As I reflect on this extraordinary class of the College of Charleston graduates and what you have gone through to be here today, I'm proud and I'm excited for you and for your futures. You have a long and open road in front of you to make your life what you want it to be. I can't wait to see where your journeys take you and to celebrate all of your accomplishments as College of Charleston graduates and as College of Charleston ambassadors and as College of Charleston champions. Congratulations, class of 2024. Now I'm honored to introduce today's commencement speaker, Elizabeth Jurisic, Professor of Mathematics and Chair of the Department of Mathematics. Professor Jurisic came to the College of Charleston in 1999 and has held a number of faculty leadership positions, serving as faculty speaker to the Faculty Senate from 2017 to 2019, and as chair of the math department since 2019. In introducing any serious mathematician, I think I'm required by law to list their research interests. For Professor Jurisic, she is a scholar that explores the representations of infinite dimensional Lie algebra, free field theory, vertex operator theory, and conformal field theory. So, for those of you who are rival mathematicians out there in the audience, especially those in applied or theoretical mathematics, you can see which camp she falls into. Spoiler alert, she's on the side of pure mathematics. Well, for the rest of us, I thought it would be better to learn about Professor Jurisic the way most students first learn about her, through ratemyprofessor.com. So let me pull some direct quotes from that website. Best math professor at CFC, hands down. Very fair grader. She is one of my absolute favorite professors. She is super sweet, caring, and genuinely wants the best for her students. Well, high praise indeed. At the College of Charleston, we pride ourselves on our teaching excellence, our faculty care, and it shows in how our students succeed in learning. Professor Jurisic represents the teacher-scholar model at its finest. So please join me in welcoming Professor Elizabeth Jurisic.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Dr. Xu. Graduates, you should be incredibly proud of yourselves today. The fields you have pursued, be it in STEM or in the arts, require immense dedication, discipline, independence, thought. For years, you have honed your abilities to analyze, question, experiment, reason through complex problems, and express yourselves creatively on your own. However, as you now transition from students to professionals, I urge you to also embrace the value of synergy. The greatest breakthroughs, whether scientific, technological, or artistic, are rarely the work of a single isolated genius. Innovation arises through the collaboration, connection, and cross-pollination of ideas across cultures, domains, and sectors. True innovation happens when we merge strengths and embrace each other's complementary voices, skills, and viewpoints. It happens when we prioritize teamwork over individual heroics. Working with one another is a superpower that will be key to unlocking solutions and pushing boundaries. As graduates from a liberal arts institution, you are entering a future that belongs to those who can collaborate across boundaries and build on the strengths of others. Be generous with your abilities and ideas. Elevate those around you. The major challenges we face, from climate change to disease, to technological disruption, to expanding the horizons of human expression, cannot be solved by any one person or field working alone. To drive true progress, we must rely on each other's diverse perspectives, expertise, and checks and balances. So yes, guard your ability to think critically and independently, but also build bridges across disciplines. Lean into teamwork. Listen to viewpoints that challenge your assumptions. The whole is often greater than the sum of its parts when we combine forces. Prioritize both independence of mind and shared effort. That powerful combination is what will allow you to unlock solutions to the world's greatest puzzles and create works that move and inspire humanity. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Professor Jurisic. We really appreciate your inspiring remarks. I'm Suzanne Austin, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost here at the college. And this afternoon, we have 5 students who've earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. So students, when I call your name, please stand. James Arthur Dockery Jr., Astrophysics. Dominic Stephen France, Biology. Addison Renea McPhee, Computer Science. Reed Andrew Kurtz, Music. And Thomas Stephen Walter, Biology. Congratulations. In addition, this weekend, there are 129 students participating in commencement ceremonies who have completed the Honors College requirements. All 129 students are wearing medals in recognition of their academic accomplishments and profound engagement as leaders within our community. So will those students who are present this afternoon please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Please be seated. And now it's my pleasure to welcome to the podium Executive Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Alicia Cadill.
Good afternoon. I am Alicia Cadill, the Executive Vice President for Student Affairs, and it's my true honor to announce that Ansley Elkins, graduating biology major, is one of the recipients of the Presidential Award for Scholarship, Leadership, and Service, the highest honor a graduating undergraduate student can achieve at the College of Charleston. This award was established by former President Theodore Stern to recognize students who have demonstrated exceptional leadership and academic excellence. Congratulations, Ansley. I also have the honor to introduce Liliana Taylor, our outgoing Student Government Association president, who graduated this morning with a major in public health, and Alexis Shanks, our Graduate Student Association president, candidate for a master's degree in business administration in just a few minutes. Please welcome Alexis, followed by Liliana, and then Ansley.
It is my pleasure to welcome students, families, and faculty to graduation day at the College of Charleston. Every one of you has had an impact on the graduates who sit here today and made these years everything that they were. I want to pay tribute to my parents who raised me, because without them I wouldn't be standing here before you looking back on the legacy we've all made together. I moved to South Carolina 10 months ago to be a part of not only a cohort, but a group of incredibly talented and intelligent individuals who are now not only my fellow classmates, but the second family I never knew I would have. Being in the same classroom every day with the same 56 individuals in the span of an intense 10-month program really makes you get to know a person. Within this short amount of time, we studied, we laughed, cried, created inside jokes, read more case studies that we knew existed, listened to triumphant guest speakers, explored the wonders of King Street, challenged ourselves in learning teams, and traveled the world together in our time abroad. These are things you don't experience with just any other graduate programs, but something I got to experience here at the oldest university in South Carolina. And I'm so happy that I took that leap, leaving behind friends and family to embrace change and new perspectives that have shaped me into the person I am today. Reflecting on the time I've spent here on this beautiful campus, I am so grateful to have had the chance to be involved in such a wonderful community that I encourage myself and all of you to stay a part of in years to come. After speaking with alumni and fellow classmates, we all had similar takeaways from our time spent at the College of Charleston, concluding with the value of relationships, discovering what motivates you and finding those people who will support you along the way. Taking ownership. Failure is a part of the game. Don't make excuses or blame others for your mistakes. Plan and set goals. Dreams can't just be stumbled upon, they have to be worked towards. And lastly, always be true to yourself. In other words, never forget your core values. These 4 points are all major takeaways linked together to form an overarching theme of developing a growth mindset. Be ready to continue learning, growing, and inspiring through every challenge, setback, and milestone. And when life gets tough, you push back harder. I want to leave you all with a quote from the famous actor and comedian Jim Carrey. Let the universe know what you want and work toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass. Your job is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the doors open in real life, just walk through it. Don't worry if you miss your cue, because there are always doors opening, and they keep opening. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024. We did it.
When we were younger, we all had dreams of what we wanted to be when we grew up. Many of us likely wanted to be an Olympian, a princess, superhero, pop star. I mean, hey, I'm still waiting for an owl to deliver my Hogwarts acceptance letter. Your visions may have changed to become doctors, artists, politicians, or educators, but they are rooted in making a positive difference in the world and have changed from dreams to the cusp of reality. These aspirations were the catalyst for late-night study sessions, ambitious projects, and unwavering determination during your adventure. There's an ancient Chinese proverb that says, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Think back to the first day that you stepped, or more likely tripped, onto this campus because of the uneven bricks, and look at the progress you've made since then. Our college experience has been like walking or running the Ravenel Bridge. When we began college, we stood at the base, a point of departure filled with excitement, yet uncertainty. Each class we attended, each assignment we completed, each person we met took us one step farther across the bridge. Much like the ascent of the bridge, there were moments that the path seemed daunting and never-ending, but we persisted, step by step. Now, we find ourselves on the other side of the bridge. Graduation is certainly not the end of our journey, but a transition into the next phase of our lives. As we cross the cistern, we should remember that although this chapter is coming to a close, we still have hundreds of miles left in our journey. You are stronger and more knowledgeable than you were when you began, and it's time to take the next step into the future and carve your path forward in the world. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Good afternoon. It is a tremendous honor to be speaking with you guys on behalf of the class of 2024. After 4 long years, it's hard to believe that this day has finally arrived. Many of us entered college in 2020, an unprecedented time to say the least. We graduated high school over Zoom or in parking lots. We quarantined, we watched Tiger King, and we waited for the world to return back to normal. Our plans derailed, our lives were turned upside down, and yet, in the face of adversity, we persevered. As we entered college, we adapted to remote learning. We navigated virtual classrooms and found new ways to connect despite the distance. We formed lasting friendships through late-night study groups, spontaneous beach trips, or while studying abroad. We found mentors through our professors who worked tirelessly to guide us through our education and grant us just one more extension, please. Personally, I would like to thank Dr. Renaud Gislain, who served as a mentor, advisor, and role model, as well as a really close friend. Similarly, I'd like to thank Doctors Agnes Southgate, Sandra Craig, Matt Rudder, and Dr. Lazaro, everyone else that I see. Your kindness and passion have touched the lives of many of us, including myself. Without your guidance and the guidance of every professor at the College of Charleston, none of us would be able to celebrate our triumphant and accomplishments today. Through our studies, we've gained unique insight and perspectives into the challenges surrounding us. We've learned to approach complex issues from multiple angles, to communicate effectively across disciplines and cultures, and to take problems with open minds and a spirit of collaboration. We've found strength in the collective voice in a world that is often divided and uncertain. In these moments, we realize our potential, that we are not powerless, but rather we can shape history and make a lasting impact on this world. As we start the next chapter of our lives, we carry with us the lessons and the memories that we've gained over the past 4 years. Our voices, actions, and convictions have immense power to shape the future, both individually and collectively. So let us be bold, let us be courageous, and let us never underestimate the impact that each of us, as individuals and together, have on the world. Thank you. Now, I would like to welcome Lori Mingus, who will speak on behalf of the Alumni Association members.
It is truly an honor to be here with you today to celebrate your graduation. On behalf of more than 100,000 members of the Alumni Association, I extend a warm welcome to you, our newest members. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to remember alumna Karen Jones, class of 1974, Executive Secretary Emerita of the Alumni Association, who passed away earlier this year. Karen was a mainstay of our commencement exercises for over 30 years. She is sorely missed by our alumni and campus community and would be so proud to see all of you here today. You are joining a distinguished organization that was founded in 1888 to promote, protect, and serve the College of Charleston. As members of the Alumni Association, you will be invited to return each year for homecoming and the Charleston Affair, events that we celebrate and our love for this institution. If you are moving away from Charleston, we have more than 30 regional CFC clubs across the country and even in London to connect you with your fellow alumni to celebrate our alma mater. And best of all, there are no dues. Graduates, I encourage you to take a moment to read the heartfelt messages from the alumni. They're on the backs of your chairs. These messages are tokens of love and support from your CFC family, wishing you success on your journey. Each message also signifies a donation made in your honor to support scholarships for future students at the college. Giving back is a tradition among our alumni, and many of you have already given back to the college's students. We have no doubt you will continue to strengthen our legacy through your future endeavors. Now, we will follow a graduation tradition with your College of Charleston ring. As students, you have worn your ring with the seal facing inward. I invite you now to turn your ring around so the seal faces outward. This simple act symbolizes your status as an alumnus of the College of Charleston, ready to make your mark on the world. You may turn your rings now. Congratulations, graduates. We wish you good fortune in all of your endeavors.
Thank you, Laurie. Graduates, you will now join our alumni family, a diverse group of people who are dedicated to making a difference and who are making the world a better place. I think now it's a good time to recognize the alumni who are in our audience today. Would the alumni from previous classes who are here today please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Now, Chair Romberger, Provost Suzanne Austin, Executive Vice President of Student Affairs Alicia Cadell, and Dean of the Graduate School Camila Martin will assist with the presentation of the master's degrees. Professor Susan Catwinkle from the Department of Theater and Dance will announce the names and majors of our graduates.
Camila Martin, Dean of the Graduate School, will invest the hoods. For the School of Business, joining us on stage will be Mr. Ron Magnuson, Director of Business Graduate Programs, and Professor Robert Hogan, Director of the Master of Science in Accountancy. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Matthew Eli Bowens. Madeline Grace Bierman. Sophia Vaea Bitus. Kaylin Maya Bolser. James Patrick Brady. Ashley Elizabeth Brassfield. Peyton Laurel Bratzman. James Wesley Cantrell. Emily Holland Dunlap. Anna Catherine Durso. Jasmine O. Dutton. Alef Alame Falaiki. Tara Joan Fitzpatrick. Elizabeth Flynn. Karis Elaine Fortunato. Gigi Nicole Gilden. Etoria Shanice Hallams. John Anthony Hamilton. Samuel Ethan Hartzell. Sean Patrick Henshey. Brooke Noelle Hollingsworth. Ms. Hollingsworth has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Julius Hopkins. Jacques Alexander Horsman. Mr. Horsman has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Kimvithyanet Iv. Carter Samuel Jackson. Mr. Jackson has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Jared Christopher Jackson. Kayla Nicole Kozak. Ms. Kozak has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Lutzi Lieger. Catherine Grace Lott. Pietro Martinetti. Catherine McAllister. Sophia Nancy Mink. Bevan Michaela Murphy. Harry Davis Muth. Daniel James Myers. Riley Christine O'Malley. Bella Grace Powell. Ms. Powell has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Stephanie Elizabeth Prine. Rhiannon Angelina Reynolds. Heidi Lee Sage. Daniel Sangino Franco. Jackson Christopher Scythe. Alexis Ann Shanks. Lily Nicole Smith. Sophie Grace Spivey. Atharva Ashish Temkar. Sawyer Donnelly Umstead. Evan Mikhail Walsh. Gina Weber. Ms. Weber has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Elizabeth Ann Wentworth. Mackenzie Alexis Urena. For the degree of Master of Science in Accountancy, Mary Page Crouch. Ms. Crouch has received the Outstanding Award for her program. Suleiman Farouk. Hayden Francis Jones. Sloan Smith Naffel. Jasmine Leva. Montana Leanne Owen. Michelle McCoy Patrick. Molly Marie Sheets. Hallie Michelle Trinkle. Trent Powell Wilkins. For the School of Education, joining us on stage will be Professor Kelly White, Director of the Master of Arts in Teaching Early Childhood Education, Professor Brian Lanahan, Director of the Master of Arts in Teaching Elementary Education, Professor Catherine Hargrave, Director of the Master of Education in Languages, and Professor Will McCorkle, Director of the Master of Education in Teaching, Learning, and Advocacy. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching Early Childhood Education, McKenna Ann Burke, Destiny Lynette Hawkins Thompson, Alyssa Joy Hudenberg. Ms. Hudenberg has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Sophia Koster. For the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching Elementary Education, Beryl Borky Aiko. Caitlin Rose Fuss. Ms. Fuss has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Annalise Gamonel Noguera Gruppi. Elizabeth James Hexter. Lori Denise Hocott. Jean Chapel Myers. Elizabeth Schneide. Margaret Jean Wetzel. Ms. Wetzel has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Education in Languages, Pamela Killingsworth. Ms. Killingsworth has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Education in Teaching, Learning, and Advocacy, Jennifer Shiner Brown. Teresa Mercedes Cardello. Allison Mary Jones. Julia Petru-Kuhn. Ms. Kuhn has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Rosemarie Luella Porter. Lauren Alexis Rhodes. Taylor Nicole Warren. Ashley Marie Worth. For the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, joining us on stage will be Professor Mike Lee, Director of the Master of Arts in Communication, Professor Anton van der Zee, Director of the Master of Arts in English, Professor Elisa Jones, Department of History, Professor Tony Varallo, Director of the Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, Professor Matt Nolan, Director of the Master of Public Administration, and Professor Susan Simonian, Director of the Master of Science in Child Life. For the degree of Master of Arts in Communication, Madeline Adele Barnett. Lily Elizabeth Bogaz. Margaret Boyd Cubitt. Jenny Lee Montgomery. Noelle Elizabeth Owen. Grace Elizabeth Powell. Caitlin Leanne Weeks. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, Isaac Daniel Oplanek. For the degree of Master of Arts in History, Nicole Dion Hemphill. Kimberly Ann Hinchy. Ms. Hinchy has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Ann Chapman Hughes. Ms. Hughes has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. John Philip Cassabaum III. Mr. Cassabaum has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Paige Little. James Kelly O'Brien. Emily Lauren Wingate. For the degree of Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, Katie Ju Chia. Tanner Thomas Crunell. Anna Beth Grimes. Ms. Grimes has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Ellen Elizabeth Gwynn. Rachel Leigh Mokalis. Hannah Marie Renditsky. Emily Wilder Ross. Campbell Carolee Sullivan. For the degree of Master of Public Administration, Sarah Hasslinger. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Hasslinger will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainable Studies. Catherine Bridget Kelly. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Kelly will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Caroline Saunders Lackey. Virginia Butler Long. William Joshua Queen. Gregory DeShield Sexton. Mr. Sexton has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Laurel Ann Chachakowitz. Cheyenne Alexis Twiller. Having completed her studies in the concurrent degree program, Ms. Twiller will also receive an MS in Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Jackson Wedge. Jenna Cather Wetzel. For the degree of Master of Science in Child Life, Allison Lee Campbell. Delaney Catherine Carlisle. Taylor Marie Donzelli. Ms. Donzelli has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Aubrey Hope Downs. Jenna Christina Erickson. Olivia Taylor Hershon. Ms. Hershon has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Georgia Ann Massey. Holly M. Reagan. Mackenzie Vaughn Wade. For the School of Sciences and Mathematics, joining us on stage will be Professor Renee McCauley, Chair of the Department of Computer Science, Professor Navid Hashemi, Director of the Master of Science in Data Science and Analytics, Professor Adam Ali, Director of the Master of Science in Environmental and Sustainability Studies, and Professor Greg Plant, Director of the Master of Science in Marine Biology. For the degree of Master of Science in Computer and Information Sciences, Jonathan Edward Renton. Mr. Renton has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. For the degree of Master of Science in Data Science and Analytics, Giselle Nicole Adamczak. Ms. Adamczak has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Jenna Maria Sneed. Ms. Sneed has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental and Sustainability Studies, Julia Lauren Crisco. Robin Rose Coker. Badria Mohammed Diab. Lauren Elizabeth Greenwood. Sarah Hoslinger. Nolan Wagner Irie. Sarah Helen Jones. Catherine Bridget Kelly. Briar Ownby Connolly. Ms. Ownby Connolly has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. Ali Pujol. Gregory Keith Rothman. Mr. Rothman has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Cheyenne Alexis Twilley. Duncan Reagan Williamson. Maxwell Christian Zollinger. For the degree of Master of Science in Marine Biology, Courtney M. Saldana. Ms. Saldana has received the Outstanding Student Award for her program. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematical Sciences, Alex Elizabeth Baham. Sheng Qian Wang. Mr. Wang has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program. Calvin Dean Whitholm. Mr. Whitholm has received the Outstanding Student Award for his program.
Will all master's degree candidates please rise? President Hsu, upon completion of all requirements and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present to you the master's degree candidates of 2024.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Public Administration, or Master of Science, as appropriate, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. Thank you. Here at the College of Charleston, the Artium Baccalaureatus degree or the AB degree in classics requires significant coursework in both Greek and Latin. The College of Charleston has awarded this degree for more than 2 centuries. The grand tradition continues today. Following our tradition, I will award the degree in Latin, but will the following candidate please come to center stage? Brian Patrick McNeil, biology. Following our tradition, I will ask the audience in Cistern Yard, please rise for this degree conferral. I will award the AB degree in Latin. Curitoribus auctoritatem tribuentibus os juvenes in humanioribus litteris procalari eruditos ad gradum atium baccalaureatus admissi. Congratulations. And you may be seated. Thank you. Now, joining us in awarding the bachelor's degree will be Chair of the Board of Trustees, Renee Romberger, Professor Elizabeth Juricic, and Executive Vice President of Student Affairs, Alicia Cadell. In a slight deviation from our usual order of events, the first name read today will be for a degree recipient earning her degree posthumously. Graduating senior Lizzie Zito's family has joined us today to honor her. When Lizzie's name is read, her friend Mia Sullivan will cross the stage on her behalf. Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Gibbs Knotts, will join us in receiving line. Professor Susan Catwinkle from the Department of Theater and Dance, and Senior Instructor Deborah Bidwell, Department of Teacher Education, will announce the names and majors of our students.
For the bachelor's degree in psychology, Lizzie Catherine Zito. Assisting with the graduates from the School of the Arts, joining us will be Dean Elizabeth Meyer Bernstein. For the bachelor's degrees in art history, joining us will be Marion Mazzoni, chair of the department. Chandler Annette Bryant, summa cum laude. Pope Christina Gallegos, magna cum laude. Gregory Robert Hamill. Elizabeth Annalise Hartman, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for Arts Management and the Honors College. The honors certificates and medals were presented by Dean Beth Meyer-Bernstein at a separate ceremony. Tila Maeve Narcisco, cum laude. Jada Ling Salibi, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Greta Isabel Seacrest. Micah Stallings Schaefer, magna cum laude. Mason Victoria Smith. Jesslyn Shea Vo. Brianna Lane Weaver, cum laude. For the bachelor's degrees in arts management, joining us will be Chris Burgess, director of the program. Tiffany Elizabeth Adams, cum laude. Catherine M. Bannister. Julia Estelle Barefoot, summa cum laude. Alexander Mario Butzales. Nathaniel Thomas Billig. Wyatt Jean Mills. Isabel Georgia Parker. Catherine Clark Lackey, cum laude. Lauren Avery Boy. Isabel Causey. Julia Simone Costantino. Lucille Ellis Dance, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Rose Eleanor Dennis, cum laude. Evan Matthew Drolet. Thea Deanna Island, cum laude. Madison Adele Etchels. Laura Delaney Fail, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tyler Bryant Ford. Whitney Lynn Green, magna cum laude. Elliot Wright Hay. Maurice Keller Hollingsworth, cum laude, also meets the requirements for business administration. Ava Mackenzie Jessup. Kate Diane McPherson, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Mary Elizabeth Muldoon, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for studio art. Reagan Meadow Neely, cum laude. Reagan Margaret Nielsen. Harrison William Paul. Layla Simone Perry. Oliver Patrick Pierce, cum laude. Nola Colette Pierhofer. Simone Marie Porter. Maggie Ann Riley. Piper May Resch. Savannah Page Sargent. Grace Imani Renee Stroud. Megan Judith Vino. Tanya Vesnick. Caroline Gunn Wall. Lillian Grace Watley. Alexandra Madison Wilbrand, also meets the requirements for marketing. Catherine Beverly Zimmer. For the bachelor's degree in dance, joining us will be Gretchen McLean, chair of the department. Aiden S. Bauman. Alejandra Maria Casco. Maya Elizabeth Everett Wilson. Danielle Nicole Harrell, cum laude, also meets requirements for public health. Irina Mao. For the bachelor's degrees in historic preservation and community planning, joining us will be Grant Gilmore, director of the program. Liliana Regina Baker also meets requirements for business administration. Carrie Jane Campion, cum laude, also meets requirements for business administration. Hallie Meredith Dewar. Alexandra Annette Emsch. Carter Andrew Fulton. Elizabeth Woodruff Howard. Andrew Carriam, cum laude. Peter Alexander Lynch. Bethany Claire Matthews, magna cum laude. Preston C. McEwen also meets requirements for archaeology. Aiden Charles Morley, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for art history and the Honors College. Levin Daniel Ostapek. Alexandra Rose Ottamanelli, cum laude. Ashlyn Doris Paz, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for classics. Phoebe Violet Rayburn, cum laude. Leah Beatrix Sexton. Andrew Morton Ward, cum laude. Travis Prager Zuckerman. For the bachelor's degrees in music, joining us will be Michael O'Brien, chair of the department. Matthew James Allegrezza. Caitlin Christine Banish, magna cum laude. Meliana Rose Cabales, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Clara Camacho, summa cum laude. Autumn Caitlin Ferris. Jonathan Lewis Gregg. Queen Ethel Marie Hamilton II, summa cum laude. Chloe Elizabeth Henderson. Reed Andrew Kurtz, top honors. Catherine Shineko Matsui, magna cum laude. Molly O'Connor. Axel Jesus Rangel, magna cum laude. Haley Nicole Schumann. Logan Smith. James David Tomberg, cum laude. Sydney Amber Vitti, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for German. For the bachelor's degrees in studio art, joining us will be Susan Klein, representing the department. Alex Rose Averett. Tessa Elizabeth Beck, magna cum laude. Camilla Carrillo also meets requirements for art history and the Honors College. Isabella Rua Case. Weston G. DeLacy, cum laude, also meets the requirements for classics. Emma J. Heeson. Lana Tao Ho. Emily Marie Kindlin, summa cum laude. Emma Sage Lieber, cum laude. Jada Lynn Logan. Jessica Mai, magna cum laude, also meets the requirements for arts management. Jacob Fielden Mossbrook, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for historic preservation and community planning and the Honors College. Kate Lily Pearson, magna cum laude. Jackson Evangelo Pretorius, cum laude. Emery Davis Rosenbaum, cum laude. Emma Jane Rosenthal. Lake Riley Rucker, cum laude. Elizabeth Tremont Smith. Jared Alexander Snell. Samantha Solitaire. Iris Penelope Blahoyanis, summa cum laude. Adam James Carter. For the bachelor's degree in communication, Madison Renee Carter. For the bachelor's degrees in theater, rejoining us will be Gretchen McLean, chair of the department. Brandon Allen Alston, magna cum laude.
Yeah!
Noah Isaiah Anderson, also meets the requirements for history. Bristol Lynn Barnes, cum laude. Madison Elizabeth Berry, magna cum laude. Audrey Catherine Black. Phoenix Elena Brown. Holden Douglas Crumpler, also meets the requirements for English. Heaven Lee Grace Egan. And Jax. Lauren Therese Gadsden, cum laude. Madison Kate Gilliard, cum laude. Nora Pridgeon Gore, magna cum laude, also meets the requirements for history. Trinity Demia Griffin, magna cum laude, also meets the requirements for communication. Shane Thomas Hanley, cum laude. Allison Taylor Jones. Brasia Josephine Jones. Abigail Lamaster, cum laude. Kaylee Elizabeth Montgomery, cum laude. Ella Rose Moore, cum laude. Eli Salas, cum laude. Gianna Rose Stromboli, magna cum laude, also meets the requirements for dance. Mirotova Turkowitz. Spencer Marshawn Vinsani. Assisting with the
Assisting with the graduates from the School of Science, Mathematics, and Engineering will be Intern Dean Seth Pritchard. For the bachelor's degree in astronomy, joining us will be Alam Teklu, chair of the department. Christopher John Lesoin. Christina Nawin, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in astrophysics, Liam Cade Brunson, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics and finance. Madeline Elaine Davis, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics and the Honors College. James Arthur Dockery Jr., top honors, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Frank Michael Hawksworth. For the bachelor's degrees in biochemistry, joining us will be Marcelo Forconi, chair of the department. McKenna Elizabeth Kelly, summa cum laude. Casey Lawrence O'Brien, cum laude. Danielle Whitney Qualls, also meets requirements for chemistry. For the bachelor's degrees in biology, joining us will be Eric McElroy, chair of the department. Alexandra Adams, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Shelby Lynn Anderson. Pierce Brown Amond. Violet Mary Backerick. Liam Jet Bagwell, cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology, German studies, and the Honors College. Caitlin Ann Bailey, cum laude. Emma Lee K. Beck. Caroline Joy Benson, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Anna Ainura Burt, summa cum laude. Alexis Gabrielle Billings. Madison Victoria Bolin, cum laude. Jamise Michelle Bonaparte, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lily Walker Borders, cum laude. Kayla Ann Bryant. Congratulations. Kayla Lee Berger, cum laude. Alana Sydney Burrell. Sebastian Cabrera Arvalo. Emma Grace Kane. Sydney Rebecca Campbell, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Madison Grace Cantrell. Zoe Michaela Chapman. Caitlin Elizabeth Cody, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology and the Honors College. Anastasia Marie Collins. Natalia Colon. Jenna Lee Connors. Sanaria Jade Cooper. Caitlin Celeste Costa, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sanaria Jade Cooper also meets requirements for the Honors College. Julia Catherine Coate. Maria Paula Cova Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Sean Alex Cruz. Chloe Christine Curry, summa cum laude. Autumn Nicole Davis. Matthew Joseph Davis. Ivy Sheldon Dickens, also meets requirements for biochemistry and psychology. Charlotte Elizabeth Drainville, cum laude. Mayema Simone Drakes, cum laude, also meets requirements for Honors College. Gracelyn Elizabeth Drury, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sarah Emily Griffin Dunn. Anna Michelle Duran, also meets requirements for Archaeology and the Honors College. Benjamin Clark Eckert. Kiera Lataya Edwards. Jessie Louise Eichmann. Miller Elizabeth Efferding, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emma Grace Elia, magna cum laude. Ansley Claire Elkins, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Allison Joan Fink. Elizabeth Alport Finkelstein, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Elizabeth Ann Fongheiser. Dominic Stephen France, top honors. Alexandra Morgan Fife. Heather Ray Gent, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology in the Honors College. Nicole Sky Gilman. Abigail Holland Godfrey. Carly Miranda Holt Gomes. Kayana Elizabeth Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Grimaldi, magna cum laude. Kira N. Hagerman. Isabel Waters Hem. Victoria K. Hamill. Christopher James Hamner. Lauren Alexis Harley. Ella Harris, cum laude, also meets requirements for German and the Honors College. Rebecca Elise Hauser, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Winnie Elizabeth Hawkins. Courtney Marie Hicks, cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Higgins, also meets requirements for dance. Alexandra Michelle Holland. Madison Daly Hughes, cum laude. Jessica Denise Ingram. Avery Claire Jackson, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Krista Priya Joby, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Nicholas Jake Kalna. Hams Ahmed Camille. Michael Henry Keynes, also meets requirements for German Studies. Sarah Kaylin Kilgore. Savannah Maya King, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lucy Rose Klempen. Nice. Lydia Gail Klum, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for Psychology in the Honors College. Emily Grace Koenig. Mackenzie Lane Krall, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Shayla Elizabeth Lear. Mallory K. Lisen, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Haley S. Manning. Yay, that's okay. Chandler Lynn Manoski, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Evan Joseph Markey, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Rebecca Helen Maud, cum laude. Heather Ann May. Brian Patrick McNeil. Andrew Thomas Moore, magna cum laude. Stephanie Bryn Moore, cum laude. Ellen Cecilia Murphy. Isabella Maria Nines, cum laude, also meets requirements for Environmental and Sustainability Studies. Elizabeth Beatrice Nonamaker, cum laude. Erin Catherine O'Connor. Kayla Ari O. Aurora N. Okeki, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for Honors College. Sarah A. Ormond, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for Honors College. Elisa Gwynn Parent. Emma Camille Pataki. Dhruvi V. Patel, cum laude. Akshay Sanjay Patwardhan, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Mackenzie Lockett Pelletier, magna cum laude. Emma Page Peluso, magna cum laude. Wesley B. Pope. Brianna Marie Ethel Powers. Divya Singh Proper, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Isabella Mary Rana. Jackson Samuel Reed, cum laude. Isabella Sophie Rice, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for exercise science. Elizabeth Ritchie, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Grace McLean Roberts, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Morgan Antoinette Rodriguez. Nathan Alexander Rumpf. Madeline Lammy Sadow. Bryce Lee Sadler. Cara Morgan Sampson. Riley Catherine Sawyer, magna cum laude. Aishwarya Singh, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Brander I. Singh, cum laude. Riley Grace Sisung, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for public health in the Honors College. Hope Alexandra Spencer. Grace Marin Squires. Addison Syracuse. Nicole Lauren Tinarello, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Chichame Oksana Michelle Truel. Rachel Nicole Turner, cum laude. Aricha Valuri. Catherine Ray Wagner, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Megan Elizabeth Waller, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sean Michael Walsh. Thomas Stephen Walter, top honors, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tanisha Deshawn Watkins. Aoife Sarah Weiss, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Shabriana Japonia Leggi Wells, cum laude, also meets requirements for public health. Samuel Theodore Westbury. Naya Corrigan Williams. Soraya Renee Williams. Kyle McRae Williams. Hannah Noel Wise. Colin Martin Wolf. Catherine Jane Wright. Kaylin Lamar Young. Maya Rowan Youssef. For their bachelor's degrees in chemistry, rejoining us will be Marcelo Forconi, chair of the department. Griffin Michael Balke, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Brian Stewart Brosnan. Holly Helen Enzera. Zaria Katharina Killingsworth, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Dalton T. Lucas, also meets requirements for astronomy. Andrew Robert O'Brien. Anthony J. Rovinsky. Paxton Stewart Williams. For the bachelor's degree in computer information systems, joining us will be Renee McCauley, chair of the department. Luis Enrique Aguilar Garcia, cum laude. Ryan Bailey. Derek Paul Bulch. Dylan Patrick Gouger. Mena Hakim. Detanya Faith Kelly. Jeyung Kim. Cameron John Korchiak. Julia Logan Lloyd. Alyssa Luis McCormick, magna cum laude. Maxwell James Oliver. Brandon T. Pizzangrillo. Janica Pauline Rico. Owen Nicholas Schlagenhaft. James Dylan Sharp. Riley Quinn Simmons. For the bachelor's degree in computer science, Hayam Abdallah, Nima Barami, Joshua Kenneth Bear, Brandon Beck, cum laude, Angie Pui, Michael Preston Cassidy, Joseph David Decker, Danielle Dorothy Lynn DePace, magna cum laude, Vitaly Droboshinets, Maureen Dunn, Joseph Alejandro Bagua, Connor Harrison Fitzgerald, Grayson Leo Hackett, cum laude, Gavin Giovanni Hammersley, James Adam Husted, Holly Jane Jenkins, cum laude, Mark Kelly Jensen, summa cum laude, Dua Kanjo, cum laude, Julia Quinn Kempton, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for Honors College, Claire Elise Levy, Addison Renee McPhee, top honors, Malcolm Avery Noel Harmon, Kaylee Onacy, cum laude, Alexa Celeste Padberg, summa cum laude, William Payne Purdy II, summa cum laude, Sierra Michelle Pulowski, Stuart Fraser Raveling, Scott Hanson Repick, Aaron Andrew Rosenberg, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Channing Sumner Smith, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Messiah Lauren Thomas, Colby Robert Tierney, Brandon Markle Trapp, Annabelle Vandenberg, Bryce Ashley Wren, also meets requirements for arts management. For the degrees in computing and the arts, joining us will be Bill Maneris, director of the program, Cameron Alexander Ball, cum laude, Taj Jordan Lynn Ballinger, Carson James Bedenbaugh, also meets requirements for computer science, Marco Bresciani, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Max William Charney, Paul Mark Condon Jr., cum laude, Garrett Connor Green, Isaac John Somerville Linthicum, Markevin Lee, Gabrielle Lindy Mays, Shelby Lee Olive, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Collins Schaefer Ramsey, cum laude, Liam James Reagan, Shelby Lee Rhodes, magna cum laude, Logan Alexa Siegel, magna cum laude, Long Tang, Alejandro Alicio Toscano. For the bachelor's degree in data science, joining us will be Barang Farani, director of the program, Hugo Bakshamard, Sydney Grace Kamanzuli, magna cum laude, Chesapeake Henry Charles, Jared Emmanuel Clyburn, cum laude, Benjamin James Gonzalez, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Maeve Kinlock O'Toole, magna cum laude, Alec Justin Patsy, Adam Joseph Scheich, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for supply chain management in the Honors College, Darla Ivana Valderrama. For the bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, joining us will be Robert McNone, interim chair of the department, Veda Mary Hobson. For the bachelor's degree in environmental geosciences, joining us will be Tim Callahan, chair of the department, Chase W. Austin, Case Ellen Browder, cum laude, Devin Sloan Friedman, Elliot Joseph Jerome, Lewis C. Hanel V, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Claire Charland Lane. Grace E. Mead, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Declan John Rosen. Michael James Season Jr., summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Grace Ann Williams, cum laude. For the bachelor's degrees in geology, Jerry John Aggie. Luke M. Boudreau. Anne Frances Jing Cowgill, also meets requirements for biology. Hayes P. Crumbly. Savannah Jane Evans. Erin Mackenzie Faggart, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for marine biology in the Honors College. Jackson Pierce Hornsby. Grant Erie. Catherine Hale Letguriz, cum laude. Lily Emma Litucci. Taylor Grace Moore, also meets requirements for archaeology. Michael Colin Owens. Michael James Pesci, also meets requirements for archaeology. Malia Renee Sanchez. Aneko Darwin Sancho Bidwell. Jacob Stephen Stock, cum laude. Miles Kane Thompson, cum laude. Ashlyn Grace Whitmore. Robert John Wise, Jr. For the bachelor's degrees in marine biology, rejoining us will be Eric McElroy, chair of the department. Sydney Louise Bates. Brianna Sloan Burns. Hannah Nicole Casey. April Lynn Choquette. Lexi Paige Delvicio, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Julia Ann Fagan. Seth Michael Ferracci. Megan Marie Federle. Sophie Christine Gibson. Charles Faith Godwin. Kayla Marie Gonzon, cum laude. Taylor Mackenzie Hilgerman, cum laude. Abigail K. Hutchinson also meets requirements for history and environmental sustainability studies. Samira Chalet Jenkins. Pierre Rock Konchanman Sagut. Madeline Elizabeth Langer. Lane Elizabeth Leggett, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Camden Bradley Lutz. Catherine Rose Needleman. Lauren Lee Neal, cum laude. Corinna Rayanne Phillips. Sophia Pisano. Ian Carlos Quintero, magna cum laude. Clayton Daniel Labalil Ream. Cade Matthew Rice. Frederick William Shepard, cum laude. Isabel Maureen Schutz. Josephine Claire Shostak, cum laude, also meets requirements for environmental and sustainability studies. Emma Ray Sonberg. Addison Riley Stallard, cum laude. Ivy Ann Rainey Strange, AAV, cum laude. Nicole Janae Taylor, cum laude. Sierra Amber Tompkins. Gianna Marie Wankel. Alexander David Wellenhofer. Reese Maxwell Ziegler, cum laude. For the bachelor's degrees in mathematics, joining us will be Liz Jurisic, chair of the department. Coles Carolina Bowen, summa cum laude. Ethereal Ross Calvert, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Joseph Robert Modzlowski III, cum laude, also meets requirements for data science. Brandon Riddle, also meets requirements for sociology. Haley Elizabeth Sparks, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for data science. Gavin Lee Todd, magna cum laude. For the bachelor's degrees in meteorology, rejoining us will be Alma Techlu, interim chair of the department. Andrew Scott Gillies also meets requirements for communication skills. Angela Nyoki Nagana, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics. Bruce Carter Prince Jr. also meets requirements for physics. Anne Rudd Tanban Leong. Thank you. For the bachelor's degrees in physics, Jason Michael Fitzgerald, cum laude. Thank you. Camden Noah Curran, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Grant Michael Spraker, summa cum laude. Thank you. Jake Ronald Frederick also meets requirements for astrophysics. Erin Elizabeth Santanello, cum laude, also meets requirements for astrophysics. For the bachelor's degrees in systems engineering, rejoining us will be Robert Mignon, interim chair of the department. Margaret Alexandra Barnes, magna cum laude. Phoebe Rose Fitzmaurice, summa cum laude. Max Hansen Najarian.
Will the bachelor's degree candidates please rise? President Hsu, upon the successful completion of all degree requirements and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the bachelor's degree candidates of 2024.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science as earned, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Thank you. Please be seated. Members of the class of 2024, on behalf of the entire College of Charleston community, congratulations to you on this very special day. Graduates, I send you forth into the world with best wishes as you begin the many adventures that lie ahead. And may your heart always remain maroon and white. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024. Now I ask everyone to please stand for the Alma Mater, led by our newest music alumni. The words may be found on the back cover of your program.
Hail to thee, Almighty God.
Thank you. Graduates, today you have completed an important part of your life's journey. May today open up many doors of opportunity to you in the future. Once again, class of 2024, congratulations.